Hi, I'm Sucheta. I'm a new postdoc here. I work with the labs of Ben Scott and Joe McGuire. My background is applied mathematics and experimental psychology. And right now I'm trying not to be nervous speaking among all PIs, but at other times I study memory and decision making with a particular focus on behavior. And on behalf of my group, today I want to talk about how we are taking a data science approach to look at behavior. And perhaps we can start with why behavior, why it is important to look at. First of all, systems neuroscience could really use more behavior into the investigations. It needs behavior to better understand neural activity. Even the genetic animal models need a better grasp over the phenotypes. More importantly, mental health research is heavily reliant on behavior for both diagnosis as well as for evaluating the effectiveness of different interventions. So there's enough motivation for a lot of us in this room to care about behavior. And in our investigations, we are sort of trying to adopt an approach where we look at behavior more as a physical system. And instead of looking at descriptive summary measures of behavior, we want to look at what causes variability in behavior and how we can understand it in terms of different computational models. And we look at multiple levels of this variability within individuals, across individuals, as well as cross-species differences. And the whole framework has been really augmented by a lot of these new data collection tools that are available today, including online platforms, large databases, different types of sensors. And also with more computing resources, we're now using more advanced models, including hierarchical Bayesian models, neural network models to fit this data. Here's a snapshot from one of our ongoing studies. It's a behavioral study, and it showcases how large the data sets, what the dimensions are pretty large for these data sets. And also because we are interested in variability in behavior, we need more observations per measure. And to get that, with the animal studies, we are using semi-automated facilities, which can seamlessly collect a large number of trials from a relatively small number of animals and within a reasonable amount of time. On the human front, we are using online platforms to collect large number of human participants. And taken together, we are dealing with data sets that are not only high dimensional, but also very large. And the questions that we are asking with these data sets are essentially questions of interest to data science. So this data-driven framework for looking at behavior has many advantages. Currently, we are using it to look at sensory information processing in autism. The goal for this study is to, first of all, build a framework that's inclusive of the heterogeneity in autism. Specifically, we want to be able to include minimally verbal or non-verbal autistic individuals who are typically excluded from these kind of studies, but they are the ones facing more challenges and could really, has a greater need for research there. And we want to find objective, quantifiable biomarkers for autism. We want to build a framework that's easily translatable between animal work and human work, and it's also scalable. Our approach, it includes online video games. We have validated these video games as viable mediums for conducting behavioral experiments by collecting data from over 2,000 participants at this point. We are using nonverbal training pipelines for these games, which was originally motivated from animal studies, but has been highly helpful in recruiting minimally verbal or nonverbal autistic individuals into this study. We have over 200 autistic individuals, including those with some severe symptoms that have taken part so far in this study. And we are using hierarchical Bayesian models to look at parameters that can let us understand how sensory information is processed. And we can look at it at the level of individuals, and then looking at these parameters across the autism spectrum, we can start to ask how these objective markers can actually help us understand the different symptom severity that we see across this disease. So we like to think that this framework is pretty strong and it will have a significant impact in the future generation of research. specifically those looking at heterogeneous conditions as autism. Thank you.